Macklen, everybody.
How's it going, guys? Hey, so I've been at the stand-up comedy thing for going on 3 weeks now, and I'm out of jokes, which is not a good place to be in. In fact, I was in such desperate shape today, I went over to Joanne's Fabrics, to get some new material, and I went there to inspire myself to write jokes about cloth and linen, so that's not a joke. God. But I wrote them down. Oh, what do communists use for pillowcases? Vladimir Lenin. Thanks. This was an afternoon at Joanne's Fabrics. Hey, what building material comprises most linen stores? Fabrics. Okay, these are terrible. But, so I'm about to be a father. I'm expecting a child. Thank you. It's not true. It's just a great way to get applause and segue into my next joke about baby names. Some things that I would never name my son. Number 1, Philip. I wouldn't name my son after a gas station command. Number 2, I would never name my son Jessica. Sorry, Phil.
Good.
I would never name my son Jessica. I once knew a Jessica, and bad association. And thirdly, I would never name my son Jesus Christ, because I think that just sets the bar a little too high. I'm fascinated with words. I like words. Well, actually, I don't like words. I don't like words that mean something good, but sound really bad, like clout. It's great to have clout. It's nice to have power and leverage, but it also sounds like something you can contract by swimming in a public pool. Accolades. Boy, it's nice to get accolades for working hard, isn't it? Yet it does have the word AIDS built right into it. And also philanthropy. Oh, it's nice to be generous and to give of yourself, but I think if a sex offender is a little too philanthropic, he could go to jail for 12 counts of philanthropy. My parents didn't help either with my obsession with words, because my dad liked to speak in sound effects. He used to say things like, "Dick," or "Ha!" And when you're a kid, you don't know what those words mean because they're not in the dictionary, so you just have to learn by experience. You learn the context that he uses them in. Dick would mean, I don't understand, or I'm confused. For example, a knock on the door, and we're not expecting any visitors. He would say, "Dick." Or hammering a nail into a board, and it's not going in for some reason. Dick. Or he finds out that his son is doing an impression of him in front of strangers in Los Angeles. He probably would say, "Dick." But his big one was, "Ha!" And you have to say it correctly, you have to really furrow your brow, and you have to wave your hand dismissively, and you have to have this grimace on your face like you just bit into a lemon made out of news of your dead puppy or something, because it would be like, "Ha! Ha!" And what that means, in case you're wondering, is I don't believe you, or I disagree. Here's an example. "Dad, in health class, the health teacher told us that alcohol is bad for you." Ha! Just shoot you right down. And my mom, she didn't use sound effects per se, but she would say things that were equally useless. Specifically, when it came to dealing with bullies in school. You'd come home with a story about being picked on, and she would have this advice for you, this great advice. She'd say, "Go back tomorrow and really murray that student who picked on you." And what does it mean to murray somebody, you might be asking? Well, I'm glad you did. To murray someone is to borrow a quote from a 1980s Bill Murray comedy that has just enough wit and sarcasm to really thwart that schoolyard foe of yours. Maybe kind of interesting for an adult, but totally useless for an 11-year-old. So I would be encouraged to do something like this. The bully says, "Hey Macklen, why are your pants so high? Waiting for the flood to come in?" And I would be required to say, "Oh, I don't have to take this abuse from you. I've got hundreds of people dying to abuse me." That's from Ghostbusters. Anyway, I think that's my news week. No, that's my time. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you very much.